Welcome back to another Excel tutorial. Today we want to explore how to use the false function. In Excel, the false function is a very simple and straightforward function that doesn't require any arguments. When you use the false function, it simply returns a logical value false. This can be useful in various contexts within Excel, such as in logical tests, within conditional formatting, formula that involve logical operations like if statements, or any situation where you need to explicitly represent a false value. Here's how you can use the false function in Excel. First of all, the direct usage. If you simply type equals false into a cell, and Excel will display false as the output. In formulas, the false function can be combined with other Excel functions to perform logical tests. For example, if an if statement, you might use false to represent one possible outcome. Conditional formatting, you can use the false function as part of a condition in conditional formatting. If the condition evaluates to false, then the formatting won't be applied. In comparison cases, it's also common to use false in comparisons or logical tests directly without explicitly calling the false function. For example, a formula might check whether another formula's result is false. So all in all, the false function is part of a group of logical functions in Excel, which also includes true, if, and, or, and others. These functions are essential for decision-making processes within your Excel workbooks, allowing you to automate and customize data handling based on logical conditions. So as you can see, the false function belongs to the logical group of function and will return the logical value false. And no arguments are needed for this function. So I could basically just go there and type in equals false, hitting enter, and there will be false displayed. But this is not a very typical way of using the false function. You'll see the false function much more often used in an if condition. So for example, if you say if this and this, if the condition is, for example, true, then give me true, else give me false. This would be a more common way of using the false function, and we can just do it. So we start by an equal sign, type in if, then we have to do a logical test, so we have to test a condition. If our quantity, for example, is greater than 2, then say, for example, greater than 2, else the condition is false. And you see right here, I don't need the phrase, so the phrase signs, because false is a statement on its own and it's not a string, it's a logical formula to use in Excel. If I hit enter now, you see I won't get an error message, I will just get false because the condition isn't met, because F10, so this cell right here, is not greater than 2 because it's exactly 2. I can use this formula for all our data, and you see 3 is greater than 2, yeah, that's true. And for 2 we get a false, for 1 we get a false, and so on. So yeah, this is basically how you use false in Excel, and you have to mind that in some databases, false stands for 0 and true stands for 1. So if you have a data set where you see a lot of zeros and ones, this could also be false and trues. Like I said, false is 0 and true will be 1. I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and see you in the next video.